Alright, this is a standard airsoft gun. This gun right here is entirely plastic. It runs on a small battery. It utilizes a rotor inside here to push out the BBs outside the barrel there. These are plastic pellets. The ones I'll be utilizing with this weapon systems are 0.12 grams. I'm going to demonstrate that utilizing standard Army PPE, you can use this weapon system effectively and safely. This right here is a chronograph. Alright, it'll measure the feet per second that the weapon system is traveling at. So as you can see, this weapon system varies from about 100 feet per second to about 150. The second weapon system right here is a little nicer. It's made entirely of metal. The internals work the same as this standard gun here. This shoots about 300 feet per second. With this weapon system, I'll be using BBs that are 0.20 grams, so they're a little heavier. So as you can see, roughly on average about 270 to about 290 feet per second is what this one's firing at. This gun right here shoots about 400 feet per second, works on the same principles as the other two guns, the all plastic one being about $50, the all metal one being about $200, and this one right here being about $250 to $300 a piece. So you can see it's pretty consistent. They all work on the same principles. I'm going to demonstrate that utilizing standard PPE in accordance with Army TM regarding CCMC case and munitions is more than effective to handle the 0.20 gram or 0.25 gram BBs that are traveling 400 feet per second or less out of these type of weapon systems. So what you see me wearing, I'm wearing a standard IBA, a couple of miscellaneous pouches. I do have plates in, front and back. I'm wearing standard elbow pads, I've got knee pads, I'm wearing a standard set of ACUs, okay? Got the Mandarin collar all the way up. I'm wearing a basic paintball mask, very similar to what the Army standard is for using CCMCK. I've got my hat on the top of my head to give myself a little more protection. Put upon some standard gloves. So at this point, pretty much my entire body is covered by at least one layer. All right? Okay, so we're going to start off with the plastic one. Now remember, the plastic pellet is firing about 120 to 140 feet per second. So, shoot center mass, shoot the face. Okay? Notice no damage, doesn't penetrate, you can hardly hear it. Alright, the next weapon system here. Now remember, this all metal gun shoots about less than 300 feet per second. Center mass. he's doing is he's winding the mag. Different types of mag are loaded a little differently. They feed into the magazine. The motor turns, hits the pellet, and spits it out the barrel at your intended target. Shooting the arm, hand, face. As you can see, no visible damage, doesn't penetrate. It is enough so that I know that where I'm being hit and what I'm being hit by without causing any visible damage. No blood, no welts. All right, next weapon system. Arms, hands. All right, face. All right, as you can see, no visible damage, no visible welts, no blood. All right, so I'm going to downgrade from full battle rattle. All right. Putting on a basic Army rack, doesn't really matter what kind, just something to carry your magazines in. What most soldiers are issued. The exact type or configuration is not important. Still going to keep the gloves, knee and elbow pads. Now this right here, standard Airsoft Mask. It's got the mesh. You can wear your Army issue ballistic goggles or ballistic eyewear underneath one of these masks. This mask is made out of, has a wire mesh, just a plastic face mask. This one's got some tape on it. It's been painted. Now with one of these type of masks, this right here is a standard Army issue K-Pod. You can use a Mitch, meets the same intent. And if you loosen your straps, you can actually wear one of these masks with your helmet. All right? So same drill. All right. Next weapon system. All right. Next weapon system. All right, as you can see, did not penetrate. ACUs in the formal kit is more than enough to stop a .20 or .12 grams BB star traveling at 400 feet or less per second. All right, now you can even downgrade even further to just where you cover all the visible skin utilizing a balaclava and your basic goggles. And that concludes my demonstration.